All right, just when we thought it couldn't possibly get any more weird with Social Security, it just got even more weird today, based on what the president just signed, which was a memorandum focused on Social Security. So, I want to share with you the details of exactly what this all means. I'm sure a lot of us are going to be wondering a lot of questions around this, and this is going to be impacting, well, a few million people based on the numbers as of right now. So I want to share with you exactly what was signed just a short time ago out of the president. Again, a presidential memorandum focused on Social Security, okay? Does that sound pretty interesting? Certainly does. Well, I'll share with you the details about that. Now, also, I want to share with you something else that Doge just did the other day as well that is also impacting a lot of people, and that goes hand in hand with what just happened today out of the presidency. So, got a lot of big things here, right? Wow, I mean, seriously, this is nuts. I know I say that literally every single day, pretty much in every video and pretty much in every single live stream, but it's just getting more weird by the day here, and there's a lot of changes around Social Security. Okay, so let's talk about the details of this. Now, please, I'm going to say this much really quickly before I get into this, which is, I'm going to say a couple words here in this video, okay? I'm just going to literally repeat what they are talking about here in this memorandum, okay? So some of the things I may say might feel a little bit like, oh, that's kind of uncomfortable. That's maybe a little offensive, whatever. But my point is, I'm literally just repeating and just sharing with you what they've mentioned in this memorandum, okay? So just literally being the messenger here, okay? So not trying to offend anybody, not my style. I don't like to do that. Not my thing here. But again, I just want to share with you what they're saying. Okay, so a presidential memorandum. Oh, by the way, here I have on my phone here. I have, in fact, we'll get back to that. I'm going to jump into the chat here in a little bit. I have a really good article. I shouldn't say article, just a fact sheet that was released by the White House. And I'll pop that into the chat box here in just a few minutes when I get into the chat here. I have the fact sheet from the White House. And again, I'll put that in the chat. So I have it literally on my phone as we speak right now, ready to grab the link and put it in the chat. So just give me a few minutes when I get there. I'll do that and you can read it for yourself if you want. Okay, so anyway, the memorandum signed by the president today, again, focused on Social Security, which is preventing illegal aliens. Okay, that's the kind of the verbiage that I was talking about there. But that's literally the verbiage that they're talking about. That's literally what they have in the memorandum, okay? Anyway, the memorandum states preventing illegal aliens from getting Social Security benefits or basically any benefits administered by the Social Security Administration. Now, my understanding of that, and according to how it is written, my understanding is any and all benefits. Now, doesn't matter what type of benefit. It could be retirement, spousal, survivors, SSDI, SSI, any of the benefits administered by Social Security, according to my understanding here, would be no longer available to somebody who they identify as an illegal alien, okay? Now, here's the interesting part about it. Not only are they preventing future people, as in anybody out there right now that has not received benefits yet, but may be eligible or may be getting benefits at some point, they're preventing them from getting benefits going forward with this memorandum. But not only that, they're going to be stopping the distribution of payments to those individuals that they've identified as, again, illegal aliens that may already be getting Social Security benefits. Now, sounds interesting, sounds honestly like super harsh, right? It sounds super weird, like, wow, these people are under attack. Yeah, kind of. I'm just going to be real with you. That's pretty much what it is. Okay, but here's what also is interesting about this. Maybe, I don't know, a week ago, a little more than that, give or take a little bit. Again, I don't remember exactly the day it was. There's been so many things happening right now. Within the last 2 weeks, call it. In the last 2 weeks or so, it could have been 4 days ago. I don't even know. It was just a few days ago, within the last couple weeks here. Here's what's interesting. Doge was within the Social Security database, and they changed the record on 6.2 million people. Oh, by the way, that's just the number I've seen floating around out there. Whether it's really 6.2, who knows, right? But that's just the number that I've seen floating around in the headlines. Apparently, they changed the status of 6.2 million people that basically fall into this category of what, again, they've identified as illegal aliens. They changed their record within Social Security, within the database, to guess what? Yeah, deceased. In other words, dead. That's literally what they did, okay? I don't know how else to say it. I mean, seriously, this is real stuff. Please feel free to look it up if you don't believe me on this. This is the real thing, okay? But anyway, the whole strategy behind this and why they did this is because they think if these individuals have their status within Social Security changed to deceased, that they'll self-deport. I'm not really sure if that's really going to work, but that's the logic and the strategy behind this, is to get these individuals to self-deport by changing their status within Social Security, again, to deceased. Again, please, if you don't believe me on any of this stuff, or you feel like I'm just making this up, please feel free to look it up. It's the real deal. Look it up. It's all out there in the headlines. And in regards to the memorandum that the president signed today, or / executive order, whatever you want to call it here, kind of interchangeable. But that was just signed just moments ago, just a short time ago today. Okay, so yes, that was a real thing there. And then that changing of the 6.2 million people within the database, that happened here just recently out of Doge as well. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting strategy going forward. Now, what does this mean for current beneficiaries and the Social Security Trust Fund and Social Security benefits, things like that? Well, it kind of depends. The reason I say that it kind of depends is, number one, depends if you are, like what your situation is. I would say this much: the vast majority of people out there currently getting benefits, you've got nothing to worry about. I say that all the time in my videos, and I say that on purpose in my videos, and I know that it sounds very repetitive and very redundant, like me all the time, like literally every live stream. Hey, don't worry, your benefits are good. The reason that I want to say that, and the reason that I'm mentioning it here again in this video, is because honestly, I've had a lot of questions from people reaching out very, very concerned about their benefits. I see it in the headlines multiple times, literally every single day. In the live streams like this, I bet, like if I had to bet right now, I bet that there's comments in the chat already, right here, right now, saying, are we going to get our benefits? And the reason that I say that is because I know there's a lot of people that are very concerned, especially those individuals that rely on their monthly benefit for their only income. I get it. It's scary to see things like this happening. I would say the vast majority of people are totally fine. Okay, your benefits are totally fine. However, okay, I'm just going to say this. If you potentially fall into the category of what they identify as an illegal alien, then your benefits may be at risk, okay? But if you do not fall into that category, you're good, okay? You're totally good, okay? So according to my understanding, and according to the fact sheet, again, the fact sheet I have literally here on my phone, that I'm going to put into the chat box here shortly, so you can read it for yourself, basically states preventing these individuals from getting benefits at some point in the future, whenever that happens to be, whether it's tomorrow, next week, next month, or in 5 years from now. It prevents that, as well as stopping benefits for any current beneficiaries who fall into this category, as well as potentially ineligible illegal aliens, right? I know. It's super interesting. So this is the real deal, okay? So this just was signed in today. The president signed this memorandum. And again, I've been seeing it interchangeable out there as well. Some articles and some headlines are calling it an executive order. Some people are calling it a presidential memorandum. It just is what it is. The president signed it. It's an official document doing this, okay? His signature's on it, makes it the real deal. And yeah, it's fully in effect as of now, okay? So interesting. Another major change out of Social Security. Now, this isn't going to impact the vast majority of beneficiaries. And again, I said that a minute ago. I just want to point that out. But here's one thing that I want to point out as well. When it comes down to the Social Security Trust Fund, okay, let's just think of that for a second here, which, by the way, in the next few weeks here, we will be getting the annual Social Security Board of Trustees annual report. Remember, every single year, right around like April, May time, like literally like right now as we speak, we will be getting that annual report from the Social Security Board of Trustees that gives us the latest barometer on, hey, what's going on with the trust fund? When do they suspect that insolvency will be hitting? I'm going to throw this guess out there. I'm just going to say this right now, okay? I would not be shocked if the insolvency date is sooner than they told us last year, okay? A couple of reasons being is, well, number one, unemployment is a bit higher now than it was a year ago, as well as we had the passage of the Social Security Fairness Act. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm certainly saying it's, a good thing. A lot of people saw a ton of money here coming in April, huge raises to their benefits. They got huge lump sum payments in the month of March. A lot of people got like just under $7,000 in the month of March as their lump sum back payment. Really good thing. But I've also been reading a lot about it, and a lot of people are suggesting this is going to bring insolvency significantly closer to present time. So just saying, okay? Just want to throw that out there. All right, so anyway, let's jump into the chat now. I can spend some time answering your questions. Before I answer any questions in the chat, I'm going to grab the link for that, the fact sheet sheet so you can see it. And I'm going to put the link into the chat box. So if you want to see it, you can click on it and read it yourself. Literally just what I talked about, but I'd encourage you, please read it yourself if you want to see it. But let me grab that link first here. I have it pulled up on Google. I will grab the link and then I will go into the chat and I'll put it in there and you can go to that. It's the fact sheet, the White House fact sheet, talking about the memorandum that was signed just moments ago today. Okay, give me a second here. Here it is. Oops. Okay, hang on. Close. Hang on. Copy URL. Oops. Okay. Okay, this takes a second. I have the link copied, so just hang on a second here. I'm going to get into the chat, and then I'll stick it in there a few times. Okay, here we go. Oops, here we go. Okay, here we go. It's loading up. I know this is always the slowest process. I apologize. Hope you're having a nice day. Thanks for joining me on a Tuesday. I really appreciate it. By the way, if you're new here, I'm just waiting for this to load for a second here. Here we go. By the way, if you're new here or if you've not done so yet, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you don't want to, that's totally cool too. It's fine. I don't care. But I just really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate it. And again, by the way, everything here on the channel, 100% free, always has been, always will be. I'm here for you every single day in videos, here for you almost every day. I mean, multiple times a week in live streams, just doing what I can to help you navigate this time. I know it's crazy times right now. Been here for you every single day, by your side every single day for literally over 5 years. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate your support. Please subscribe if you have not done so. Okay, so here we go. Okay, here we go. I just sent it. Okay, so if you look in the chat box right now, I just put the link for this fact sheet, White House fact sheet. It's in the chat box right here, right now. Just put it down there. That's the link. Just literally pulled that off of Google like a minute ago. Okay, so if you want to see that, it's right there for you. I'll, in another couple minutes here, I'll stick it in again, the link down below. But there you go. That's the fact sheet. If you want to read about this, go ahead, go at it. It literally just signed today. Yeah, Eula Brown. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, Shell Balestra confirming that it's there. Awesome. Shell, you're awesome. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate you. Hope you're having a nice Tuesday. Yeah, Cookie Swikerd. Yeah, exactly. I see your comments there as well. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it as well. Thank you for the message. Yeah, Brittany Foley, I see you there as well. Thanks for joining us, Brittany. Nice to have you here again. I know you've been around for many years. Thank you, Brittany. Nice to have you. Richard Timbrisa, is it? Richard? I think it's Richard Timbrisa. Hey, Richard, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Again, if I'm pronouncing your last name incorrectly, so I apologize about that. Sorry, Richard, but hey, I see you there. Thank you. Sorry about that. Not sure how to pronounce this last name, but yeah, you're mentioning not being treated very well. I think you said you're 67. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. You're saying that you're not treated very well by these politicians, and also security beneficiaries need a raise. Yeah, exactly. I apologize. Not sure how to pronounce the name there, but yeah, 100%. Ray S. Hello. Nice to see you as well. Did you say Cypress TX? Cypress, Texas? Awesome. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Nathaniel Miller. Yeah, really good question. Nathaniel Miller is asking, what did this executive order say? So yeah, how I structure the live streams is I spend maybe the first like 10, 15-ish minutes talking about the content, and then I jump into the chat box and we spend a bunch of time there answering questions. But really quickly here, if you're just joining right now, a quick little recap. The president signed a presidential memorandum today, just literally moments ago. And again, I say memorandum. Some sources are saying executive order. Again, interchangeably, executive order, memorandum, whatever you want to call it. By the way, in just a minute here, I'll put the link for the fact sheet, the White House fact sheet, down below in the chat again, so you can see it there. Just give me a minute here. I'll give you a quick little recap here. Okay, so here's the little recap. Okay, so here's what the memorandum states. Preventing illegal aliens. Okay, that's what they're saying. Literally, illegal aliens, preventing illegal aliens from getting and obtaining Social Security benefits. Any Social Security benefits that are administered by the Social Security Administration, preventing these individuals from getting them. Now, it also states in the memorandum that any individuals that are considered illegal aliens, again, by their account, would then be prevented from getting any further Social Security benefits as well, right? So, yeah, that's what they're doing here. So, just signed today by the president, okay? By the way, that's a quick, like a super fast recap. If you want to hear a further explanation on that and more details about it, just scroll the live stream back. In the first like 10 minutes or so, I discussed all the details there. You can, watch there, okay? Anyway, in the chat right now, I'm going to stick the link for the White House fact sheet into the chat right here, right now, so you'll see it coming in. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So down below in the chat box, I just put the link for the White House fact sheet. So if you want to read it yourself, by all means, check it out. That is we're literally getting that information right here off of the fact sheet, okay? And this memorandum was signed by the president today, okay, just a little while ago. MS, I see you there as well. Thank you for reaching out. Nice to have you, and good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Shell Balestra, again, confirming that it's there. Awesome. Thanks, Shell. You're awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Matthew Bracey, windy here in Michigan. Hope you're staying warm, Matthew. Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Not sure where you're located, but I'd imagine if you're located near the lake, I bet if it was windy coming off the lake, I bet it'd be super cold, right? Yeah. Yeah, Catherine Wiley, I see you there again. Exactly. Catherine Wiley, thanks so much for being here. Rose Arianis, yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for reaching out. Thanks for helping in the chat box as well. I see your comments there, helping some people out with answers. Thank you. Elizabeth Hatton, hello from Kentucky. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Oh, awesome. Susan Ryan, that's so awesome. I see that you're talking about the $50 was legit from Social Security. Super interesting. That's really, really cool. I'm curious why they sent it, though. I mean, you certainly don't have to share, Susan. That's your personal business. I don't know. Generally, we don't get just like a raise in the middle of the year for no reason, right? I don't know. That's super awesome, though, Susan. I'm happy for you. Yeah, Kit Kat talking to Shell. Neighbors. Yeah, awesome. Florida. That's very cool. Dustin Carr, really good question. Not quite yet. Stay tuned. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, good question, Dustin. Yeah, Alan 007. I love the name. Alan 007. Oh, man. Brings me back to when I was younger, playing a ton of video games. Yeah, that was super awesome, right? Anyway, thanks for being here, Alan 007. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice Tuesday as well. Thank you for joining. Yep. Yeah, Rose Arianis is asking, Matt, who is being classified as illegal? Really good question. That's a really, really good question. I'm going to say this much. Don't really have a whole lot of clarity on that. I'm just being real with you, okay? But based on, all of this that's going on, I would anticipate there's probably going to be some mistakes with this, right? What I mean by that is some people that are, legitimately getting benefits, and all of a sudden they're classified as, hey, this person's an illegal or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll be like, oh, let's remove their benefit. I'd imagine there's going to be some mistakes here. So this may turn out to be, kind of an issue for some people. I'm not saying it's going to be everybody, not at all. I'm just saying there's always going to be some mistakes, right? Yeah, let's hope not. Bridget Bass. Is it Bass or Bass? Either way, right? Bridget, I see you there as well. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you. Yeah, you're welcome. Marcia Edwards, really good question. Marcia Edwards, stay tuned. Here's the thing. This year, we are racing for literally right toward a recession, major economic contraction with everything going on. That's what it is. Economic contraction, economic recession, whatever it happens to be. That's literally what predicates the distribution of stimulus. So stay tuned. This year's going to be nuts. Let's just say that much, okay? Economically, we're not sitting too well, even though a lot of people are saying, "Oh no, this is the strongest economy we've seen in ages." Really? Okay. I mean, I'm not here to say anything. This isn't a political video. I'm just saying, look at the data. Not really, right? And that's okay. But that's okay. A major economic recession or a major economic contraction, honestly, would not be the worst thing right now. It'd probably be a very good thing for a lot of us financially. That's what we need to turn this thing around. Yeah. Yeah, Kit Kat, you're very welcome. Yeah, Kit Kat checking in from Florida. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Kit Kat. Appreciate you. Jenny SB, I think it is. Jenny SB. Yeah, talking about seniors needing a break. 100% agree. Yeah, that's awesome. Exactly. Hopefully I still have the link copied. It only copies for like 15 minutes or something like that. Let me see if I still have it here. Oh, perfect. Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay, so anyway, I just stuck down below in the description, or sorry, not the description, in the chat box here. In the chat box here on the live stream, I just put the link once again for the White House fact sheet on this memorandum / executive order that was signed just today from the president focused on Social Security. Feel free to read it there if you want to see any of the details about it. Again, I would highly encourage you just to take a little peek at it. Just pull it up. I literally just grabbed that link off of Google. That's where it's going to go. It's not going to take you to some weird website. But anyway, yeah, if you want to know anything about it, again, I talked about all the details in the first like 10 minutes of this live stream, and then I just literally put the link for the White House fact sheet down below in the chat right there, and you can check that out if you'd like to. Okay. Timothy Bradley. Hello, Timothy Bradley. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, John, I see you there exactly. Yeah, John, reaching out, talking about stimulus. Let's just see, okay? Let's just see. I know I say that, but here's the thing. All it takes is an economic contraction, an economic recession, and based on what I've been seeing out there, here's the thing. Some banks are, when I say banks, you might be thinking like, who cares about a bank? Here's why we care about banks. Banks are watching everything. Banks feel the impact of any economic contraction. Who do you think goes under when we get a recession, right? Banks do. So when banks tell us things about the economy, you probably want to listen, especially when we hear things out of huge banks like Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan and like these huge ones that are out there. Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, I mean, Deutsche Bank, all these huge banks out there, when they're talking about all this stuff economically, we certainly want to listen. Anyway, long story short here is they're suggesting, some of them are out there predicting by the end of this year, we could be sitting at a 5.3% unemployment rate. If we see 5.3% unemployment in this country, it's practically guaranteed the stimulus will be provided at that point. That's like practically a guarantee, right? So anyway, I will certainly keep you posted on it, watching everything very closely every single day. I will certainly keep you updated. Shell Balestra, again, thank you for confirming about the link. That's awesome. Thanks, Shell. Catherine Wiley, again, I see you there. Bridget, Bass, Bridget Bass. Yeah, you said like a fish. I was like, yeah, like a fish. Got it. Bridget Bass. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Bridget. Appreciate you. Jordan from Raleigh, NC, North Carolina. Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Jordan. Really appreciate you. John, I see you there, John. Thanks for being here as well. Appreciate it. Truston. Oh, hang on. Truston, is that right? I think it's Truston Miller. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hey, Truston Miller, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate you as well. Yeah, exactly. That'd be super nice right now. I'll keep you posted on that. Ann Tuttle, is that right? Ann Tuttle from Seattle. Yeah, thanks for being here, Ann. I really appreciate the nice message. Yeah. Glad that you're joining. Glad that you're joining enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much, Anne. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the nice comments. That's very kind of you. Yeah, Russell Harris, economy in free fall. Let's see what's happening here. Yep, interesting times right now. Yeah, Catherine Wiley living in Southern California, very expensive. Yeah, Southern California is one of the handful of very expensive places around the country. Yeah, Marcia Edwards, exactly. You're very welcome, Marcia Edwards. Yes, thank you for the nice message. Appreciate it. Jordan, again, waving your hands all around from Raleigh, NC. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, Catherine Wiley, shout out to people in Michigan. That's cool. Awesome. Thank you. Shel Balestra, you're awesome. That's really cool. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Emily Gonzalez saying, I'm getting disability. Will I get a check too? Really good question, Emily Gonzalez. I want to be 100% fair with you. I'm not talking about checks here in this video, okay? That's not what I'm talking about, okay? I want to be 100% fair about that, okay? Yeah, Emily Gonzalez saying, again, I'm on disability. Am I going to get a check too? This video has nothing to do with the distribution of checks going out in general, but rather I'm talking about the memorandum / executive order that was signed by the president today, preventing, as they're calling it, illegal aliens from receiving Social Security benefit checks going forward from all Social Security benefit types, and any individuals who they consider, again, illegal aliens, from preventing these individuals from getting future benefit checks, as in if they're already getting benefits right here, right now, as we speak. Does that kind of make sense, right? By the way, in the chat a few times, 3 times or so, I put the link for the fact sheet from the White House into the chat, so you can find it there. I put it in a few times. That's what I'm talking about. Madeline checking in from Austria? Is that right? Am I reading that right? That's awesome. Yeah, Madeline, greetings from Austria. That is so cool. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm curious what time of day it is in Austria. I want to ask. What time is it in Austria? I'm curious.
In Vienna, Austria, it's 12:38 a.m.
12:38 a.m. in Vienna, Austria. That's cool. Awesome. Thank you. Madeline, for checking in from Austria. You are very early on in the morning. It's Wednesday in your world. That's awesome. Thank you, Madeline, for checking in. That's so cool. Oops. My phone was still listening to me like a creep. Yeah, anyway. Do you like when that happens, right? You ask it a question and it sits there and keeps listening and there's like starts talking out of nowhere. Like, anyway. Michelle from Texas. Awesome. Michelle checking in. Howdy from Texas. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Michelle. Really appreciate you as well. Yeah, Susan S. checking in from Southeast GA, Georgia, right? Awesome. Yeah, Susan, thanks for checking in. Yeah, Susan S. checking in from Southeast Georgia. Very cool. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Josue Tutada, maybe? Josue? I'm probably saying your name totally incorrectly. I apologize about that. I'm super bad with saying names. But anyway, I see your message there. You're saying 2.5%. Not sure what you're talking about, but yes, if you're referring to the COLA that we got this year, yep, 2.5%. That's totally true. I'm not sure what else that means, but yes. Yeah, Ben Hook. Ben Hook, giving some clarification there into the situation. Good information, Ben Hook. Thank you. Thank you for checking in. Nice to see you, Ben Hook. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Matthew Bracey again. Hello. Nice to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. John Murs. Man, John. Sorry, John. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. Murs, I think it is. And then some other letters. But John, I'm so sorry about that. I'm super bad with pronouncing names. But John, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, checking in from Seattle. John from Seattle. Thanks for being here, John. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Josue. Yeah, you talking about the raise you got in January? Yep, exactly. 2.5%. Yeah, Anthony Reno saying, I love listening. You keep us updated. Thank you, Anthony. Yes, absolutely. There's things happening all day, every single day. It's nuts. Some days are a little slow. Some days are like, oh my, I could make 7 videos today talking about everything, right? Yeah, so anyway, I try to do what I can every single day to give you as much information as I possibly can. And, oh, you want a little nugget? I'll throw a little nugget out right now. I haven't mentioned this one yet. I had no intention of making a dedicated video about this, by the way. I'll throw it out there anyway. Chuck Schumer, the what's his face? What's the word I'm trying to say? Minority leader in the Senate. Yes, Chuck Schumer, the minority leader in the Senate, called on the acting commissioner Leland Dudek in the Social Security Administration, called on him to resign today. Called on him to resign. So interesting. Again, I had no intentions of making a video about that, but just throwing it out there as a quick little nugget for you in case you were interested. But that just happened today as well. So yeah, Chuck Schumer, the minority leader in the Senate, calling on Lee Dudek to resign, which is kind of interesting, honestly, because they're going to be confirming what's his name again? Frank Bisignano. I'm probably saying his last name wrong. Yeah, Frank Bisignano. Anyway, they're going to be confirming him like very soon to be the acting commissioner of Social Security. So sure, yeah, Leland Dudek, go ahead, step down. But they're literally going to appoint the new commissioner here like very, very soon. So I don't know why it really matters, but yeah, okay. Robin from Michigan. Robin from Michigan. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Robin. Nice to have you. Really appreciate it. Feral Boy saying, hey, what's going on? Okay, I have not done a little recap in a little while here, but let me do a quick little recap. Okay, so if you're just joining right now, first off, how I structure the live streams is the first like 10 or so minutes, maybe 15. I talk about the content and then I get into the chat box and answer questions, do whatever I possibly can, spend a bunch of time with everybody, and just kind of let you know what's going on. Okay, quick little recap here and let you know what's going on here. Okay, so today, the president signed a presidential memorandum. Some people are calling it an executive order. Again, interchangeable, executive order, memorandum, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, the president signed a document today, an official document, basically restricting what they're calling illegal aliens from getting Social Security benefits at some point in the future for those individuals that have not already obtained Social Security benefits, okay? However, they've also identified within this memorandum, okay, they've also identified within this documentation here that any current Social Security beneficiaries who are classified, again, as they're defining as an illegal alien would also then be removed and no longer be getting Social Security benefit checks, okay? So this is interesting. Now, about again, maybe a week ago, give or take a couple days here. I'm not sure exactly when it was. I'm just going to say about a week ago, Doge changed the status of about 6.2 million people within the Social Security database to deceased. In other words, dead. It's what that means, okay? Just in case you wanted clarification, okay? So anyway, they changed the status of these individuals, 6.2 million people, which they'd identified as illegal aliens, as they changed them to deceased status, so that these individuals would, number one, not be eligible for Social Security benefits, and number two, so the effort would be that they self-deport. That's literally what they're saying. And again, I know this sounds super weird, like, oh, that sounds offensive. I'm just literally rehearsing. I'm just literally repeating what they've said. So if you want to look any of this up, I would highly encourage you to please just look it up. In the chat box a few times so far, I put the link for the White House fact sheet down below into the chat box. I put it down there a few times, so if you want to read about it, I could grab it again if you wanted me to, and I could put it down into the chat box yet again. But that's a quick little super fast recap of what's going on here. So yeah, interesting times, right? Ga Mom 14, Ga Mom 14. Awesome. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, I saw your name earlier and I was like, hey, sorry, not sure how to pronounce your name. Yeah, but Ga Mom 14. That's great. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for the clarification. Nice. Decades of Music Time Machine checking in from Kentucky. Awesome. That's very cool. Thank you for being here. Decades of Music Time Machine. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining us as always. Appreciate you. Charlene Reynolds. Hello, Charlene Reynolds. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you as well. Hope you're having a nice day. Marsha Trailer, is it? Marsha Trailer, I see you there. Thanks you so much for watching. You appreciate it. Is it Thomas Rannard? I think it is Thomas Rannard from Mississippi. Hey, Thomas, I apologize if I'm saying your last name incorrectly, but hey, Thomas, I see you there from Mississippi. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you. Hope you're having a nice day. Thank you, Thomas. John DiMatteo. John DiMatteo. That's awesome. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate you as well. Hope you're having a nice afternoon. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, Ga Mom 14. Exactly. Thank you again for being here. Steve Taylor. Steve Taylor. I see you there. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Good afternoon, Steve. Thanks for joining us. Wayne Wagner, I think it is. Wayne Wagner. Thank you for being here, Wayne. Yes, thanks for confirming on the link in the chat box as well. That's awesome. Thank you. Yep. Awesome. Okay, let's leave it at that for now. Again, if I missed your comment down below, I sincerely apologize. Certainly not trying to do that on purpose, just trying to do my best to get through as many comments as I can here. But also don't want to have these live streams go on forever. But, you know, I don't mind that either. Okay, anyway, let's leave it at that for now. I can certainly come back in another live stream and talk about this further or a dedicated video, whatever you need from me, but just let me know, okay? Otherwise, yeah, I gave a couple recaps. If you're just jumping on right now, what I would say, go back, just scroll the live stream back, watch the first, 8-10 minutes. That's literally all you need to watch. You do not need to watch the whole thing. Just being fair with you, okay? You can if you want to, but you don't need to. The first 8-10 minutes or so, I discussed all the details of the presidential memorandum that was signed today, otherwise known as executive order, and basically restricting the distribution of Social Security benefit checks to what they're determining as illegal aliens. So basically cutting those people off from getting any Social Security benefit checks going forward, and any people that are already getting benefit checks, as they're defining as illegal aliens, these individuals would also then have their benefits seized, stopped, basically what's happening here, okay? So anyway, this just came out today. President signed this memorandum, and it's out there. So again, disrupting Social Security a little bit, but for the most part, if you're a current beneficiary and you're not, as they're defining an illegal alien, you'll be good, okay? So anyway, in the chat box here, I did put the fact sheet from the White House in the chat box maybe 3 or 4 times. I don't know, you can scroll through and find it. It's a link. I stuck it down in there a few times, so you can feel free to look for that if you'd like. Otherwise, yeah, let me know what else I can do for you here, okay? I'll keep you posted on this. A lot of things happening every single day. I'll be right here for you by your side. And again, as I mentioned earlier, if you're new here, if you've not done so, I sincerely appreciate your support. If you feel like subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. Please consider. If you don't want to, totally get it. That's fine too. I just really appreciate your support. Thanks so much for watching this. Really appreciate it. Again, for all of you that have been here for a very long time, already subscribed, again, I know who you are. Seriously, I see your names. I see your support. Thank you so much for being here. Again, want to do what I can to be the trusted source on this information. There's a lot of stuff out there. Get this. Oh, man. I shouldn't even say this. I saw a channel today. I was just browsing on YouTube, as I do literally every single day, just looking around, just what's going on. And I saw literally one channel. The title of the video was Breaking $2,000 Stimulus Checks. It was approved from Trump coming tomorrow or something like that. It was very close to that. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? That is not true whatsoever. That is not true. So anyway, if you see that out there, that's not true. Okay. I just want to be 100% fair with you. But anyway, I was going to take a screenshot of it and make a video talking about it and be like, hey, look, this is not fact. This is 100% not real. But you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person that does that. But anyway, I make it very clear in my videos. I'm going to be the trusted source for you in any way that I possibly can. Sometimes I have to share things that are not popular. Sometimes I need to say things that, some people may not agree with. But again, I'm going to give it to you straight every single time. And I'm going to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, transparent information every single time in these videos. And just do whatever I can for you. All right. Anyway, please enjoy your evening. Thanks again for joining. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you again later in the next video. Could be later today. Could be tomorrow. Well, for sure tomorrow. I guarantee that, because there's things happening every single day. But who knows? If something big comes out later today, of course, I'll jump on another live stream. I don't have a problem with that at all. Anyway, thank you again. If I missed your comment, I apologize. We'll do more live streams. Trust me, we'll do plenty more of these. Okay. Anyway, enjoy your evening. Again, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you have not done so. Thanks again. Really appreciate it. And enjoy your evening. All right. So I'll hit some buttons and the phone will talk.